It's Thursday night. All ye critters, come join us. It's time to continue our flight. There is magic and mystery from darkness. Our friendship will rise. But one thing's for sure, we never give up on the fight. Oh, get ready. It's Thursday night.
Bell's Hells. Upon traveling all across Marquet, in search of a number of varying threads, have watched them converge here above an ancient ruin that has been partially uncovered by one of the nearby academies and then taken over by the Cerberus Assembly, specifically Ludinus Deleth, in preparation for the Apogee Solstice, which is nigh. You have on the ship currently waiting your second team, which is FCG, Fern, and Iro Wendigoth, the Nightmare King. They are standing by at the ready, while the rest of you have begun a slow infiltration of this sunken pit of an excavation site. Along the way, you encountered a couple of members of the Ruby Vanguard. You defeated them, partially disabled one of the massive automatons that they were using to guard the space, and encountered two other individuals that were also in the process of scoping out and infiltrating this. Beauregard Lionette and Caleb Budagast.
Precious babies.
While the ground team gathers themselves up on the ship. FCG Fern, what are you up to?
Oh. I will send ascending to Orem of the Arashari.
Alrighty.
Fern and Grass checking in. Have you made it inside? Are you safe? Are you gonna let us know when to go? How's Imogen's voice?
We've made it. Made some friends. Could use some help with a robot here, Letters. Any advice for a jump start? Not sure. Plan might be changing.
Give us something solid.
Okay.
Don't go.
We're on the rim. It wasn't an accident.
Gotta bring those back.
Yep.
They said that they found an automaton
Yeah,
of some
day 3.
sort, and they need help with it.
Well, that's right up your alley, right?
Yeah? I could... Oh, man.
I'm gonna go over to Ira and Xandis. Are they in the...
Ira's at the front of the ship, near where you guys are.
Hi, guys!
We need to have a group meeting.
Well, I suppose we should go to the captain, then.
Yes.
And skitters off in the direction of Xandis. Xandis like, what sort of meeting are we talking about, huh? What's going on? Really tell me, I'm kind of in the dust here, literally and figuratively.
Sure. Well, we were thinking that we need to leave.
Guidance?
Oh, we're going in now?
Well, we were thinking of the two of us needed to go separately right now, possibly, and then you and Ira are going to do the ship into the thing yourselves. But
Xandis glances over the wheel, and Ira's just kind of like curled there. Kind of looks up and smiles at them. We can do this. Xandis goes, oh, okay, right, no, I guess we should have a conversation for once, me and this person who my life's in their hands, okay.
oh yeah.
Yeah, Ira, it's very important that you get Xandis safely off this vessel before it crashes.
Of course.
Can we trust you on this? He's very important to us and to our escape plan and to your escape plan as well, to get us all out of here.
I am a creature of my word. I will get your captain off this vessel safely. I promise.
We're gonna go in now.
Yeah, we're gonna go. Changebringer, please grant them good fortune and luck, and we'll see you.
Can't talk.
We'll see you there.
Indeed. Ira leans in real close to you and kind of gets right up into where your ear would be and just goes, I think it's missing a lens.
What did he say?
The big one?
Just an observation.
That's good, isn't it?
Could be. Might be that they're not ready.
Thank you. I'll tell the others.
Don't fucking act like.
Safe travel.
You too.
We're gonna
We're gonna stealth.
We're gonna walk.
We're gonna
All
stealth
right,
over.
I'll take you down just to drop you off on the ground because I don't think you're going to want to jump off from this high up.
Oh, well,
so
we're floating
gonna,
right now? Okay, yeah.
kind of takes you down, drops you onto the surface of the Hellcatch Valley.
We're gonna go straight.
10-minute walk.
Yeah,
All right,
10-minute
here we
walk.
go.
We can go.
All right. While you're traveling and trying to catch up with this, what are the rest of you doing?
If we're waiting for them, we could just start burning a short rest while we're waiting for them.
Okay.
It's about this moment, about halfway through your short rest,
Oh, shit.
that you notice a pair of individuals beginning to approach from a western angle
It's fine. It's fine.
through the dust.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. This I say
These
into
are
their
friends.
head. FCG? Is that you? Over here.
Fern,
What?
I'm hearing things.
Come on.
It's a voice I don't recognize. It's Imogen, is that you? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
What have they done to you?
It's a dust storm, you know, it just got.
Oh no.
Just get over here. Stop making me talk.
Okay, I'm sorry. Yeah. Where is it? Where are you?
Do you want to see if you can get this big thing working?
Oh, this is the thing?
You look over and you can see this massive automaton, probably, 15 to 20 feet tall. Yeah, it's definitely sustained a bit of damage. There are some scuffs and some dings on it. The interior, you can see the power core. This is completely fried.
Can I just sort of investigate around to see if I can, if I were going to sort of tether myself to it somehow, is there any plug, socket?
Make an Arcana check.
Has that been there this whole
A
time?
natural 20.
You glance up and you see the cable that's connected to this power core. It's like dug into the crystal, and you realize it has a small connecting point in the center of it. And when it's affixed to a source of power, that can be used to generate and run power to the automaton.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm going to undo my scrunchie
Okay.
and take my hair down, my
Okay.
wires.
Wow.
And I'm gonna just try to sort of tie them into this connection point.
It clasps on. You all see a blue flash of sparks from the inside of this area, and suddenly the still lifeless automaton begins to hum
Pump
slightly.
a little bit more energy into
Are we
it
turning
or
it back on
something.
without changing its programming or altering the runes or anything
I
like
don't
that?
know. We're gonna find that out next.
As soon as that comes on, you're still yourself, but you sense your consciousness also connected to whatever this is. It's like you have control of your body, but you now sense arms and legs beyond your
God.
physical self.
Who else can we put inside this thing?
What do I do, guys?
Outside of you could fit 4 standard people uncomfortably on the inside, with 2 smaller people acting as one, likely.
I like the idea of this thing holding me in its hand, and then I can
Okay.
be out there. I can be looking for those glyphs on the ground the whole time, and then if things go wrong for you, I can just
Barong?
wrong.
Well, then it can be everybody but the two of you, because there's no point hiding you if you're sitting in the hand anyway.
Well,
We could just be intentional.
Huh?
I mean, why not just walk around if you're going to be outside of it?
Well, I got spotted immediately.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's-
Hide in the
yeah,
hand.
fair.
Hide.
oh my God.
Don't break the minis.
No,
I'm
I'm just
the
leaving them there.
only one outside now?
No, Orm's out there too, right?
But he's in a fist.
Yeah.
We're
I
staying
think we
with
need a
I'm
second
fisting
person.
Orm.
Do we need a...
Also, where am I going?
Down.
I'll just follow you. You're the little girl who's leading around the big
Going
robot.
full Bioshock. Oh, yeah.
As you begin to step to the edge of this excavation with you, Imogen, following alongside, you can see at the edge of the rock before it begins to plummet off into this deep pit. The network of structured bridges and long wooden walkways that cross the kind of outside edges from place to place down the interior. Looking below, you can see there almost the entire height of this pit, maybe about a little over past halfway up to 3/4 of the way up its full depth is the spire itself.
So we should try to make our way down, right?
Sure.
And Bo and Widowgas, we're gonna go for one of them while we try and do the other, correct?
I don't have a keen mind. What do they say?
They're going in to try and disable both the device that's dispelling this and or looking for any means of disabling the power sources for the key.
I'm gonna wait until one of the pulses goes, and then immediately after, I'm gonna cast Ending.
Okay. The next wave comes through as you time yourself to go ahead and cast your spell right as it passes past.
Mm-hmm.
What are you doing? Casting Sending towards
Keyleth.
Keyleth, all right.
We're heading into the pit. If we start the clock now, you'll be here in an hour. That should give us enough time. Anti-magic pulses every minute. We're trying to take it out.
Love Scarlett Johansson.
She responds, okay. I'll gather the forces I have. I found the tree. Within an hour, likely. We'll look for a sign.
Right. No pressure.
It's right about this time you see two figures that are walking up the ramp, and I'm probably going to be crossing past the two of you. You see them walking by what is now visibly on the left-hand side, an open cavern. Looks to be a either a half-elf or just kind of an elf without quite as eccentric features, female, older, kind of just glancing back at you and the large automaton as you pass by. The other figure you do recognize as an armored General Ratanish.
Ooh.
As you're walking, Ratanish goes, What did you find? Points at the hand.
Prisoner. It'll be fine.
Really?
I hear this and druid craft a flower with red berries growing from it, and I just go across my mouth and face and wait.
Okay.
Nice.
I want to see if perhaps this is one of the friends of our fine new decorative lady.
Decorative. Rin. I think she's a decoration.
He's gonna recognize. He's gonna recognize Orin. Huh?
Willie?
I don't know. Has he seen Orin?
I don't know.
All right. I'll just sort of like roughly throw him on the floor. Like, right.
Are you acting unconscious?
Oh, yeah, potato. I just play possum.
Ratanish kind of glances over.
I almost feel bad for the thing.
He was spry. It'll be fun.
All right.
Walks over and just kind of gives a little kick to the side. Puts the hand on the side of his kind of battle axe that's hanging on the side of the belt.
Apparently there has been sightings of whispers of more coming from Vesselheim. So stay pushed. I don't think they'll get here in time, but just in case.
They kind of step around the outside of the cavern entrance and continue heading up the ramp towards the top.
Interesting.
You're about halfway down the pit now. As you descend it, you can see the cresting pulses of greenish glass exterior veins of the residuum that has been burned within. And now you can see at the bottom of this platform, you can see the massive machine that is affixed to the base of this key. You also see a number of these figures that are based around these 4 smaller, kind of curved spires. They are filling with installing into them more of these vials of possibility.
Oh, jeez.
Dude, what the fuck are they making? Oh my god.
You also see another familiar figure step through one of these groups.
This is the worst dairy farm ever.
A dark red, tattered cloak and cowl. The gray hair.
Shit.
The familiar, frightened
Wait, I checked my
visage.
scribble.
Yeah, right there. Right there in front of you.
I see it. I see it.
See.
You got your circlet and
The legendary Odohan Thule, who steps up and speaks to somebody and turns around and pulls her cloak up. And you watch as something behind her ejects. 2 vials fall to the ground, and somebody else installs 2 into the back. The cloak falls over it once more.
Same cylinders that are going into the spires?
Oh, so she's just getting all these, like,
Dunamis, man.
possibilities. She's just getting roll luck all the
Gotta
time.
find the Dunamis
Or
bunny.
it's keeping her alive or something.
Bitch.
It's a Dunamis bunny running with the drums.
She then walks off and exits the central area to some direction.
Do we see, at the base, do we see Ren?
Kind of tucked into one of these kind of curved bits of ruined stone, you see a statue-like figure. You're uncertain if this is part of the ruin or if this is Rin, but you do see what looks to be a still stone-like figure. You get this weird sense, and you glance up towards one of those catwalk bridges, and you see a figure leap from it, and then just begin to slowly drift down. You see the long, kind of leather coat flickering by, the braided, familiar color hair of your mother as she just glides down and begins conversing with one of the other figures at the base of the quay. Okay. Now, are you heading towards one of the alcoves? Are you heading towards one of the cavern entrances? Are you heading to where Odohan was going? What are you doing?
An alcove?
I follow your orders.
An alcove that looks like it's not very busy, so I can get FCG mortar up against it.
Okay. You glance off to the left-hand side, kind of coasting on the outside edge of this excavation, so you don't have to get directly face-to-face or rub shoulders with any of the immediate workers here. There is one alcove that looks like it's large enough, about 20 feet in or so, and it looks like this was a storage alcove. Now that you're approaching this entryway, it looks like it's just wide enough for the automaton to like step into and block and not get much further than that.
So I just kind of
So you step into, the belly opens up.
Has there been a pulse?
No, there is.
Wait here for a second. I send Pape down the.
Don't worry, I got it.
Just be shut your mouth.
Right,
He kind
Look through his
flickers
eyes.
down. The tunnel curves down almost in a complete, not full 360, but definitely like a 180 back below, and the ramp eventually exits into another fresh cavern. It looks like it's been haphazardly opened, but there is kind of towards the back of it a cluster of various arcane power sources.
I relay that. Any sign of people?
There are 3 figures in there keeping watch.
We could roll in 3 for 3 plus Imogen if you wanted to.
Right.
To try and give orders first, and then if it goes bad.
Yeah, like where the shift change.
Right.
Yeah, maybe you
Okay,
could
and
just.
are there any bodies around? Or any big
Within
shards of rock?
this cavern that you've wedged yourself into, none.
Well, I'm going to back out of
Okay.
the wedge.
Yeah, and just maybe look on guard.
Yeah, are there any piles of rocks or anything that I can just sort of do busy work, like piling bodies or piling rocks or sort of clearing a path?
You can certainly do busy work.
I'm going to do busy work.
We have the 3 of you walking in Vanguard robes behind Imogen. As you descend the cavern below, as soon as you step in, the figures kind of glance over. One of the call members goes, "Tsk," and points over. The Vanguard figure turns around, and you see they are like a green scale dragonborn beneath the hood, with one kind of cloudy cataract eye, kind of glancing over, and you immediately hear in your mind, "What is your purpose?"
There's trouble on the rim.
What trouble?
There was an attack. General Ratanish says to be on the lookout. Y'all are needed up there.
This figure goes, "Really? Well, then I suppose we should get to it." Stands up and kind of glances at the other two. You both kind of look back at him, give a nod. They kind of spread out a little bit. The two call members kind of wrap around the four of you.
They're flanking.
And the central
flanking.
Vanguard figure kind of walks past you to get a very like up close glance at you. And as they move just past your shoulder, kind of looking into you, you hear in your mind once more their voice go, "Well, let's see what you're made of. I need you to roll initiative."
Whoa, we are in it. Oh man.
So, from that point, top of the round, Orem, you're the first to react. As soon as you see everyone kind of like tense and move inward, you know immediately what's coming, and you go ahead and jump to the task. What do you do?
I spring to it. I slide right under Mage's legs and drag my blade along the lower part of his leg and try to whip him up and drop him on his back with a tripping attack.
You smash the other leg out from underneath with another slice, and
And I'm trying to drop him right in front of Ashton.
How much damage was that?
14.
Suddenly, you watch as the figure kind of stands back up, and they put their hand out in front, their eyes flash. You kind of put your gaze away, but the rest of you suddenly see this splash of technicolor in front of you. And your arms kind of drop to your side, and you just kind of stand there, currently charmed. And while you're charmed, you're incapacitated and your speed is 0. You all are frozen in place. The two of you just drop there, staring into space, almost drooling. You manage to just shrug it off. This is exaltant energy.
Oh, shit.
I think Demi Moore just said something.
I'm gonna put my hands to the side of my head and lash out with a psychic whip against the Dragonborn and the half-giant.
Both failures.
Okay. Wow, that's shit. 6 points of psychic damage, but both of them have to make a choice on their next turn. They can only move, do an action, or a bonus action. They don't get all 3.
Got it. All right, so both things struck by it. Concentration check. It's a natural 1.
Nice.
Hey,
nice.
that's great.
While it wasn't a lot of damage, you struck right in the middle of its mind. The Dragonborn like grabs the sides of his head and kind of like clutches them for a second. The pattern vanishes, and both Orem and Ashton, your eyes blink back to consciousness. Frustrated, you grab your weapons at the ready for when the next round comes.
Do you want to start moving, or?
Might as well. Yeah.
All right, I'll mosey on back over to the to the entrance.
Just make sure you're not
and
being made.
Just shimmy up to it.
Yeah.
It opens, and you all can dart out, but you have
Let
to.
me just take a peek.
There are many people around.
As I go over there, I'm gonna carry like a rock and throw it off to the side.
Okay.
Look like I'm doing stuff.
Okay, and then you lean into it. Orem, you're up.
Okay, Orem is going to dive into a roll under the half-giant's legs and end up flanking Arcane, right here. So I am flanking with Ashton.
You got it.
And I'm going to use my blade to spin him around toward me with 1 slash. That is a 21 to hit.
21 hits.
Oy, that is a 10 for damage. And then I will try to just stab straight up into his good eye. That is a 21 to hit. And that is 9?
9?
Yes, 9 damage.
Okay, 9 damage. How do you want to do this?
Oh, exactly what I said. I'm going to use the first swipe just to spin his body around towards me and then just up and catch the non-cataract eye. So now he's got 2 problems.
Okay. Fatal blow?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And he just crumples to the ground.
Orem, no.
That brings us to Ashton with Chetney on deck.
You motherfucker, I say to you. And as I say it, I take a swing at the big asshole right there, and 10 points of damage.
10 points of damage. That's enough.
So
that'll finich that one.
So I roll him one way after seeing him do the spin, and as he's going, I try and turn him back around, but the head just comes clean fucking off.
Oh man, just full on.
That's how you fucking do it.
Finishing your go, Ashton. Chetney, you're up.
So I'm gonna take the scythe and I'm gonna do a huge flourish, big swool over my head, and I'll bring the flaming scythe just under the chin of the guy that we haven't hit yet.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna stare into him and go, "You can keep your head if you want, but you're gonna have to help us. Drop your arms."
Make an intimidation check.
Oh, shit.
I'll give you advantage given the
yeah.
current circumstances here.
Yeah. 19.
19. Okay. The halfling, the kind of stocky halfling who currently has the short sword out, goes, "It's not worth it." Throws his blade to the ground. Ting, 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 ting.
Nice.
Ashton, help me drag these bodies out of the entryway. You, come with me. We'll kind of walk
So
over towards the corner.
disappointed. All right, and yeah.
Okay.
To the guy that we left alive, hands on your head. I'm gonna pat him down. Anything on his body, around his neck, necklace, anything, undercarriage.
Yeah, you see the symbol of the Dusk Maven, the goddess of death around the neck. Hide armor, a couple short swords, some daggers.
Dusk Maiden. Fucking, what the fuck is that about? Dusk Maiden?
They make us wear them. What?
Wait, what? Who makes you wear them?
The call. It's part of our attire.
So here's the part where you keep your head. We're gonna turn one of these off, and then you get to go free. What you do after that is your business. How do these work?
I don't know. I think I'm the kind of person who knows how these work.
Yeah, but you got eyeballs, don't you? You seen people coming in, messing with them, touching things? Anything you can recall right now will keep your lower jaw attached to your head.
I mean, they just kind of, they put them all there in the corner, and they combine a bunch of these, like, I don't know, strings through them, and they ran it through the wall up there.
Did you just ask him if there's glyphs on the ground? Are there glyphs on the ground in here?
Right in front of it.
Oh, good call.
Right as you're like standing, about to head towards it.
Okay.
Can I move around the glyph and look up on the side at this basic bitch shit and just do an investigation check?
Just check where
Yes,
you're
you can.
standing. Before, is there anything on the Exalted one that is connected to this, or what do I find? Searching the steam.
Amulets, charms,
No amulets,
key fobs.
no charms,
No key fobs,
nothing like that. It's actually pretty plain equipment, and a locket.
A locket. Is it openable?
It is.
All right.
And there's a little girl in there.
Oh, why do you have
Harsh.
to do this?
Bad
Harsh.
guys are still people, and you don't know why this person was here.
Yeah. That's just another layer. Okay, investigation check on this side.
Go for it.
Thank you. Thank you.
8.
Nice. So 15?
15. Yeah, I mean, you can see there's, amongst all these devices that are like clumped together, the energy is like crackling through and pulsing, and you see it's like in immediate proximity as they're pressed to touch each other, the pulses seem to spread between them. So it kind of creates a larger kind of hive battery.
I checked the Scrabble.
Nice.
Check the scribe ball. It is moving.
It is moving.
But
Which way? Towards us?
So FCG,
Oh,
as you are there kind of
putting
putting
up
rocks
another
over,
rock.
you see
put it over there.
Odohan Thul emerge from that one cavern with another Vanguard member talking, and they've both been walking in the direction of the entryway that you were just blocking. The Vanguard member splits off and enters the crowd with the rest of them as Odohan now begins to walk towards
shit.
the entryway of this cavern.
So sorry, Odohan's going in their cavern?
Yes.
I will
We're heading towards it.
try. I don't know if I can cast. I don't know if I can do anything while I'm
Should we
attached
jump
to
in the hole?
this thing, but I'm gonna try to cast the message spell and tell Laudna danger's incoming.
Odohan is heading.
But I don't know if it works.
Odohan steps
gotta
into
do
the
something quick.
entryway of this cavern and begins to descend towards
We
where
gotta do
your
something quick.
friends
We gotta do
currently
something
are.
It's on, guys.
Let me go ahead and change the scenery here, since we're actually subterranean now in this weird
An eyeshadow.
underground
She's coming.
space to match the proper lighting and vibe. But
We know it
all of
took-
you suddenly were notified that Odohan was rapidly approaching the chamber. What do you do?
I'm gonna prestidigitation. the blood on the ground.
Prestidigitation with her, clean the murder scene.
Clearing up the murder scene. Okay.
Bodies are dragged behind crates at both
Who should hide
corners.
up in that corner
I'm going.
to block her in?
I'm gonna go right there.
Okay. Well, you are set, and you watch as Odohan begins to descend the short entryway to the subterranean caver. Kind of vanishes around the corner. Can I have Liam and Marisha go ahead and roll d20s for me?
Oh no! Oh no!
What's that mean?
Probably for
This is
Caleb and
Caleb.
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 7.
7,
13.
13. Okay. Right as Odohan turns the corner into this cavern, you hear as light flashes and consumes the space behind you. You kind of look backward, and the two machines that were emitting that dispel wave have both
Nicely
detonated.
Nice.
1 second after the next. Immediately, as kind of the flames and smoke begins to billow up into this space, you
fucking
can hear
did it.
shouting and voices begin to fill the vicinity. The crew that is currently working on the centerpiece is now like scattering and searching around, and you can see chaos is now erupting in the center of that chamber.
Block her in.
Odohan looks around angrily and begins to run back out of the cavern in the direction towards the rest of the chaos.
And we might as well fuck
While
this
we're at
shit
it,
while
I'm
we're
gonna
here.
just go in and
Yeah.
start beating. I'm gonna find a nice place
That's
to
true.
start, like breaking this shit to.
It's
to
gonna
fucking-
explode big like the other
Well,
ones
we start
did.
working the cords,
cord.
right?
Okay.
Yeah.
To
Cut
disconnect.
the cords.
Cut the cords.
I'll walk with purpose, just sort of back and forth. So
Okay.
it looks like I'm doing something, and as I do, I'm going to cast sending, and I'm going to tell Ira, it's time.
Project Chicken Little.
This guy is
Launch the
calling
airstrike.
Very well. I am so excited. Those who are helming the strikes of this, I need you to make an Arcana check for me.
I'll help with that because
Thank you.
I am proficient in
By the way,
Arcana.
how far away did I see the statue Rin as we were walking down the spiral?
Guidance on that. Copy that.
You would have probably seen
And how
I'm helping
close to
through
me
that.
now? Very far away.
about probably 60 or 70
I'm
feet
helping- I'm
from
giving
you,
you
towards the
advantage,
center
too.
of where the
Me?
key
Because I'm
is.
helping.
I'm going to
you're gonna
start
give me
making
a-
my
I
way
mean, I'm doing what you tell me
to
to.
Rin.
All right. Okay.
You got it.
17.
17.
Oh, well. Because I was helping. I'm being guided. I would
13
not have-
plus 4 is also 17.
Okay. It jostles a bit. Elements of it begin to spark and glow, and one of them does detonate in a dull fashion. You all manage to just dodge out of the way before the bulk of it strikes you, and as it detonates and kind of explodes that one core, the others kind of crack but stay not triggered into a chain of detonations like what happened in the Feywild, but it's on the cusp.
I have a stick of dynamite that I pull out.
You feel like you did a fair amount of damage with the Arcana checks here. You're uncertain if it's enough to necessarily sever all the power, but it seems like a lot of them aren't connected at the moment. You can keep going, but it would take another Arcana check to see if you...
Maybe try it again.
Yeah.
Yeah, so make an Arcana check, and this is you using the Eldritch Blasts as like the precision elements
Do
here.
I get advantage on this with
Can you
assistance?
guide her?
Guidance.
you also have
Guidance.
You do strike a similar space. It causes another one to detonate.
But we're back.
But you're all further back from where that core was, and you watch as that one detonates, it sends some of the other ones rolling, and then a third one detonates and sends rocks spinning this way. There's a bit of a chain
it's
reaction, and it does make a little bit of
going boom,
noise.
boom.
You're uncertain
Anyway.
if anybody heard it at the moment. FCG,
Yeah.
you see the flying woman who is kind of gliding around ends up landing on this platform that's halfway up the quay, and is kind of just looking around. People begin looking up at her and then scattering off, and you get the sense, having known Imogen as far as you are,
She's communicating with them.
They're receiving orders silently.
Jesus.
You also see 2 flashes of light. One, you see apparate this massive 12-foot-tall metallic entity that has armor across it with like blue streaks in it. It's like a refined humanoid form. One is this massive armored like iron fist. The other one is this large like man catcher like claw device with hooks on it and runes all across it. And the other flash, near the base of the key, you see an older elven gentleman with long silver hair.
Oh no.
My God.
An extended staff with like a hooked point at the end, almost a fork in a similar design as the top of the spire of the key. His long blue robes with his pointed shoulder pauldrons out. This is both beautiful make and almost ceremonial garb as much as it is armor. What are you gonna do?
Is there anything near Rin that's not Rin?
I mean, there's like a ruined wall. There's stones and pieces of rock, and there's the large curved tower that Rin's right behind. That's pointing towards the central key.
And that's not damaged at all?
No.
Okay. I mean, I'm just gonna go pick her up. Maybe with one hand, I'll just grab a piece of that ruined wall and sort of just, again, move it aside like I'm trying to clear it off or something. And then with my other hand, I'll just kind of reach down and grab her so it all sort of looks fluid.
This is gonna be fun.
I'm a dumb robot just grabbing rocks. She seems like a rock to me.
Yeah. No.
You don't know.
Go ahead and make a sleight of hand check.
Come on. She's a rock. What's in the rocks?
Okay, that's a 5.
Oh, my heart.
So you grab the chunk of wall stone, right?
She's too cool.
You hit it, and the wall.
Oh God.
You hit one of the load-bearing sections of the ruin as it now falls.
Onto Rin?
No.
No.
Why did you say it? I thought that's what he was talking about!
Onto Rin.
I killed Rin! No! Guys, I killed Rin!
It's about a 20-foot wall that like tumbled over onto the side, and you just see like where Rin was, it's now just kind of stone and rubble. You don't see Rin at the moment.
Because she's also stone.
But now, the room, like, all the heads go and shift right over to where you are, because after 2 essentially terrorist attacks in the chamber, another wall collapsed, and you're standing in the middle of it, clutching a piece of stone.
I will, with my body language, because I can't communicate like this, just sort of hold up the rocks and go.
Great.
You see, like, most of the crowd around you be like, oh. And they just go about their business, like, just super frustrated with this imperfect arcane tech. You see, like, the lavender-haired woman in the coat kind of looking down at you, glances over towards Ludinus. Ludinus looks back at her, and she takes up and just kind of flies up through the center of the area.
Man, she's so
it's kind of like dodging through the various catwalks as he kind of looks down and goes, and then does this with his hand. And the entire automaton deactivates around you.
Oh.
You're now within essentially a dead shell with no vision. Meanwhile, what are the rest of you doing?
Actually, I need Ashton and Norm to come over to the guy that gave up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, all right. All right. Here's what we're going to need you to do. You see that thing?
Yeah.
Oh!
Well,
You made your choices.
Sorry.
had to be done.
All right.
Orm, though, as they're leaving, will drop down and rip that locket and spool it up and stick it in his pocket and follow out.
All of you hear a singular voice come through your minds. Except for maybe you, since you have a device that doesn't let you. That says,
Friends, individuals who have come with us on this journey. Our timetable is being accelerated. Please, gather at the key.
Gather at the key.
This is not a voice we've ever heard before.
You recognize this to be Odohan's voice.
Odohan's.
In an elevated bit of... an energized tone, I'd say.
Say mind PSA.
Any sign of
if I could have both of you roll d20s for me.
Come on.
5.
Oh, God.
Come on, good friend.
Let's do the big boy. Come on, Bo.
Had a good run.
Oh my God. No.
6.
6. All right.
You made a one face.
As you both are all of you are kind of gathering at this space, kind of looking out into the group, you can see everyone's kind of now beginning to filter out a bit from the chamber. So they're still kind of holding up posts and looking. People are kind of looking up to the center. And the first thing you see is a figure kind of begin to fall rapidly and then stop in place. And you watch as this figure suddenly gets grabbed from, actually it would be this hand, from behind. And the lavender-haired woman glides down gently behind it as the form of Caleb Widegasp stands with the mage hunter golem clasped around the back of his neck in the middle of this city. But you do see another figure begin to descend the stairs, the slight ramp that leads to the base, the opposite side from where you entered. And this is a familiar woman with long blue robes, sleeveless, dark skin with the hair up that you have met, the Beauregard figure, who is just walking.
Oh, she got mind control.
As the lavender-haired woman just kind of has her hand extended. And you hear the voice ring out from the center as Ludinus, arms out, goes, "Thank you all for joining us. It seems we've had expected guests. Caleb, Beauregard, you have been thorns in all of our sides for quite some time. I think it's only fitting that we give you front row seats to what you've worked so hard to fail to do." At which point Beauregard now begins to walk through the crowd, and as they gather, they just begin to shackle and chain, gag, and set her there.
We gotta keep doing our thing.
Yeah, we're going better.
We can't be still going through all of this.
Ludinus looks down. "Someone, please free our ornament." And people start shifting the stone out of the way and pull up the slightly damaged statue of Rin, the right arm broken off.
Oh no. Oh no.
Guys, I broke Ren.
As I'm sure you all heard, we are working at an accelerated pace. A number of entities look to close, and I would hate to disappoint with the timing, so...
He turns around, and where he's standing on the platform at the key, you can see there's this like a 6-inch wide opening, like a space in there, and he places his arm into there about the elbow. And as he puts his arm in there, you watch as those green residuum veins begin to light up and glow up the entire spire, as he's now essentially fueling it with his own arcana.
And it's taken many years of research to ensure that my appreciation for perfection can be rightly accomplished.
And he looks over towards Liliana, who's kind of floating there. And she goes ahead and puts her arms and pulls them outward, and you watch as, partway up the spire, about 25 feet above him, armored sides of the spire kind of shut downward, exposing some openings in the side. And there you see, kind of held in place, this small kind of 12-sided device. This kind of dodecahedron about this big, rimmed in gold,
shit.
that is kind of affixed in the center of this portion of the spire. As the energy is flowing through it, Ludinus calls out, "Well, I guess it's time we brought it to us." The energy charges up into it. You watch as this device begins to glow, and everyone around you in the chamber seems to freeze in place. All of you feel yourselves stop, like you can't move. You're not breathing. Everything's just kind of locked. And the stars above, the storm, pass by. Hours go by in seconds before the red moon is held aloft.
What? Shifted time.
And all of you come back into place as Ludinus pulls his arm out. And you see the hand, his arm is now like somewhat withered and dark. Very well. While this is happening, I think it'd be best to show you the scenery around you, just in case you want.
Please!
Did he freeze?
We just.
Oh my god, that is
And for how far?
Oh, that is cool.
That's so cool.
Oh no.
Wow.
What a craft project.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. He looks up.
Where are we?
Cocks his head strangely
Oh no, here they come.
as a shadow seems to obfuscate the red moon above
Oh my god.
before rapidly descending. You all hear the sound of something heavy, high-pitched whine streaking. You can see the blue glowing stones of the broomstone as the silver sun comes descending at intense speed straight down into the tunnel. Everyone below goes, he watches Ludinus goes, throws his other hand up, the non-withered one, and right as it is coming down on top, a force field appears right on top. It impacts and shatters, scattering outward and just killing dozens and dozens of the surrounding watchers and workers here of the Paragon's Call. The rubble of the Silver Sun just rings the exterior. No damage to the central spire, but in this space around, rubble.
Oh god.
And wreckage.
Oh god.
On one of the upper curved walkways that kind of separate the center of it, there's the two that kind of wind around. The one you came down is on this direction. The one on this way, you see two forms appear. One tall, spindly one, one kind of humanoid-looking one. Just as the spindly one kind of skitters away out of sight.
Is the humanoid one just like, holy shit, what's going on?
The fingers just goes running up the side out of sight. They did not give us this world. They took it from the Titans, slew them in their home, and tilled its soil to harvest us for all eternity. What are you doing?
I'm gonna turn invisible.
All right.
And I'm gonna go straight for the wooden stairs.
Okay. You turn invisible.
Fuck it, it may be moot, but I'm gonna go for this other cavern and disconnect this other power source.
Okay.
If it's that bad, I saw you leave.
Mm-hmm.
At the very least, right now, I'm going to be heading towards you as if I'm going to see what's up.
So, double dash. Yeah, I can get over to him. See how much guard your feet.
Can I cast Enhance Ability on myself?
Sure.
Bull's Strength.
You cast Bull Strength?
Yeah.
All right. Cast on yourself. You're going to try and force your way through.
I'm going to try to push open the
Strength
thing
check with
again.
advantage.
So, 10.
10. It's Unfortunately, it's sustained some damage, and without the control of it, it's locked in place. Ludinus continues.
The calamity was not a tragedy. It was a punishment. Their war amounted to them little more than a contest, and we all suffered for our excellence. A genocidal admonishment for following our own will. They still fear us.
He's trying again.
Well, he gets to go first.
Okay, Orem is going to sneak through the rubble and get down in front of the warder. And I'm going to use Seedling to squirt some vine up.
So warder over here?
The one that FCG is in. Yeah. And then I'm just going to plant a foot against its leg and pull as hard as I fucking can.
Okay. DC was reduced with your help. So with that, you guys pulled, and part of it kind of like breaks off at the hinge and opens up, giving you enough room to get out. And you can pull the vine back
Anybody
down.
see us? We okay?
We're right under Mama Temple there.
Liana.
Right as that's happening,
looks down.
I'm gonna say in her head, Mama.
You notice, right, as she's floating there, she looks down and she begins to lift her hand in the direction of you, Orem. And then as you say Mama, she's kind of like... You hear in your voice, Imogen?
Mama. It doesn't have to be like this.
Where are you? I can't see you.
Mama, I love you. The better halves make a better whole. Please remember.
Make a persuasion check with advantage.
Come on, lock and shit. This is it. This is it.
Okay. 19.
19. You watch as her hands out, and you, for a second there, Orm, you feel like your arms all of a sudden like almost begin to pull apart at the seams, like they're locked in place and starting to tear out of the shoulders, and then it stops. And she just kind of like looks past you, and you hear in your voice say, Imogen, I told you to run. I've been telling you to run. Why did you come here?
I want to help you get free. It doesn't have to be like this.
It's the only way we can be free.
No.
Where it seeds you and me. Why do you think we have this power? The root is born, exultant. It's been building a bridge. And we're the mooring. There's a deep, bassy detonation beneath the ground. It quakes and moves, and everyone like turns for a second, and then they all kind of look back to Ludinus for direction.
I check in Pate's eyes. Is that Ira?
That was Ira.
With my action, I'm just going to try and climb the side of this telescope as quietly as I can.
Okay. After the explosion happens, Liliana turns and looks, and out of the corner of that chamber, you see Ira begin to shift rapidly through the ruin. Liliana turns and puts a hand out.
Oh no.
And she banishes him. That sucks.
He's fine. He's fine.
Wow.
He's just gone for a minute.
No, he's from another realm.
Yes,
He's gone.
At this moment, Ludinus looks to you.
To me?
Yeah.
I'm inside the belly. I didn't come out.
You made a loud noise off to
Sure,
the side and glances over.
That's fair.
You are not given life by any god, but by the hands of mortal creators like us.
I clutch my coin.
We are the new source of life, of creation. Stain my legacy all you wish. I have worked selflessly for 1,000 years to find the means of shattering these chains of fate and oppression, Let me be your villain if it means liberation for all and forever. You begin to hear the sounds of fighting at the top of the pit.
Are you sure?
Wind begins to pick up above. You're both down there trying to destroy another power source?
Yes.
All right. Well,
I'm just gonna unload some Eldritch Blasts, kind of similarly, just very pinpointed to do this directly. Just like standing.
See two of the cores detonate, and you see some of the tethers kind of go fraying out, and arcane sparks fly off. There's still, a large chunk of it connected, but you did some damage to it.
I do it again?
God, I wonder if they're just fucking decoys.
There's a few other booms.
Shard.
The rest of you are watching from this, and you can see the veins of strongly reinforced threaded residuum that is marking through it. They've all been solid this whole time, and you see like two of them kind of dim slightly.
Okay.
And you hear Ludinus say, "Born in you, chosen Ruud is born. Seeds of Predathos' power. The burgeoning scions to now break these bonds. You have all gathered here for your true purpose." And you see a lot of the surviving members of the Vanguard around, kind of looking up, and you can see this kind of dull red glow beginning to emanate.
What?
From their skin.
From their skin.
From Liana, you can see around her body and through the coat from the inside, like red energy beginning to drift up underneath.
What's that?
Oh, no.
In the invisible space where Imogen is standing, her outline begins to appear as red mist-like energy begins to drift off of her body.
Oh no.
Fern, a faint bit of red mist begins to emanate from you.
I pull out the dynamite.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
Mm-hmm. Ready?
Ready.
Light it.
You light it, throw it in there.
Let's go.
All right.
You both just go running back out.
Sure.
Hearing that behind you as you're just charging out there. You hear dust kicked up in the air. The cloud of earth that's risen and thrown up begins to slowly dissipate as you see what looks like a large boulder has slammed from above. As the boulder slowly begins to unravel itself in the center of the ground.
Holy shit.
Double Marisha.
Yeah. Oh my god, triple Marisha.
Triple Marisha.
I should land.
Triple churned.
By the voice of the Tempest,
Oh.
halt this.
I don't know what that was.
As she lands, Ludinus kind of looks down and smiles. Right on time.
Oh no.
No.
And he just says,
You guys.
"Go." Casts Power Word Stun on her. She immediately freezes up, turns over, and you watch as Odahan darts out of the shadow.
Oh shit, I forgot about her.
All three
Oh no.
of her echoes that she creates from the back surround
No.
Keyleth, who is unable to move due to Power Word Stun. Let's do a full round of Odahan Thule attacks.
Fucker.
Odahan rushes in.
Not again.
Advantage on the first strike. Ishta the Summit Blade. 2 18s. 20 damage on the second strike. It's gonna go ahead and third attack. That's gonna be
The fuck?
28 points
Taking that,
damage.
No,
She has 126 hit points as a
We got 1 minute
Earth
before
Elemental.
he's just gone.
How much did you say?
126.
126 hit points as Earth
that
Elemental,
creature.
and then Keyleth's hit points after that. And she's gonna offhand strike with Scream Needle to unleash her Incarnation to get that fourth strike on that. Another crit.
Wow. What?
This is still
She's
the
still
same round of
going?
attacks?
Yes.
And then is gonna go ahead and action surge.
Yep. There we go.
Next attack. advantage. That hits. For 21 points of damage. The earth elemental form falls.
Fuck.
On the ground.
Yo, what's up? What's up, babe? Oh shit, sorry.
Look at her mini, it's so pretty.
As Odahan goes and strikes all the incarnations just into this frenzy. The earth elemental form cracks, and then what was once shale and pebble becomes red, blood scattering on the ground as Keyleth lies kind of frozen, eyes wide. Odahan goes for like a heart strike, and there's a dark flash in the air. And you see where Odahan's blade was. Instead, you see a cloak of feathers.
Oh, Jesus.
What?
Fuck, what the hell?
Black raven feathers.
Wait, put it on the bingo! Put it on the bingo!
His bag's on there?
You see a masked figure with
Shut the fuck up, man! Shut up! No fucking way! You cannot be serious!
Where is it? I don't know where
Who's
it is.
now standing over and protecting her body. Daggers in
my
each
God.
hand. Don't you even dare.
Oh God. Oh God. Orem comes trucking off of this rubble like a ramp, and with the boots of striding and springing, leaps, and in the air, grasping vine to that, and I want to swing down and land right next to Odahan.
By all means.
I'm right behind Odahan. I want to slash the fuck away at the contraption on her back and break it to shit.
Okay.
That's 10 points of damage.
Is it, second time?
Is it still holding in place?
It's still holding in place. But
Action surge.
You see like it's starting to like spark, and Odahan already like is looking like over the shoulder and
Action surge.
Okay.
That is a 22 to hit.
22 does not hit, unfortunately.
Misses.
Shit. It is like barely holding on from what you can see, but you go ahead and strike us in, and Odahan backs up, parries one blade, and then with the other arm kind of captures your other sword and holds your other attack in place and goes, "Don't you even dare interrupt."
No, one more time.
With that, it is now Chetney's go with the Midget on deck.
So I crawled 15 feet up the telescope.
Yep.
All right, see y'all. 15 feet up,
Come on,
invisible. I'm going to hybrid transformation, turn into a werewolf.
Okay, so you are no longer invisible.
No longer invisible. And I am going to use the claws that are like, and I'm going to and jump, and I'm going to try and backpack onto the back of Ludinus.
Yes.
Awesome.
Roll an athletics check to climb the rest of that distance. You have advantage because you're in your wolven form.
That is
that good?
a 24.
24 will succeed as you climb up the side here, and you're gonna leap towards Ludinus. Okay. I have his stuff right.
The gods do not deserve it. Oh, fuck!
I know, right?
You said something about natural predators.
All right, so you're trying to grapple him.
I am trying to strength grapple his hands to his side if I can.
Shield. You leap towards his back, and right as you jump towards it, like he's just kind of looking out this way, and he goes, and you just watch as this field, you skid across the top and like slide over, and as you go over the top, you get one upside down glance of Ludinus just scowling at you as you begin to fall down.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
I will say,
Yeah.
well, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay, that's fair. Go hard or go home. Natural 1.
He's gonna get harpooned!
Real
Going
quick.
to shit.
Yeah.
Real
You
fast.
take 12
Yeah.
points of piercing damage and are currently restrained as you are now partially impaled on a section of the Malleus Key.
This is okay. This is okay.
But that's good. That was a worthy sacrifice. Good shot. Imogen, you're up.
I'm gonna say, hand him Mama's head.
Come on.
I'm gonna say, help me.
She kind of like sees you on the ground now. Make another persuasion check.
Oh God.
A one.
Really? Really? Yeah, that's where we're at.
She looks down at you with like this sad look in her eyes and like the tear crawling from her cheek as the tear kind of like drifts off, kind of joining the rest of the glowing energy and mist around her. She just says back in your head, "This is for the best."
Dude, they're about to be raptured. I think you're totally fucking right.
That brings us to Ludinus's turn. Ludinus, looking down at all of this happening before him, he smiles, grins over the space, and says, "And now, the final piece. The sliver of divinity. The lens." And he snaps as he reaches his other non-withered hand back into the device, as Liliana, who's holding her action, goes ahead and casts a spell down towards the champion of ravens. You watch as suddenly all the mirrors on the side of the tunnel turn on at once, and these bright beams of energy shunt into him like hundreds of reflecting
She was bait.
mirrors.
He knew that
He
was coming. She was bait.
triggers something within the machine, and you watch as the champion screams out in pain and is compressed down into a sphere of dark shadow. Vax is pressed into just a sphere. Liliana lifts it up with her telekinesis and places it into the empty spot of the machine.
Cool. But awful, but cool.
And now, you see like sparks shooting off parts of the machine. The power's not quite there, and he's kind of like, ugh.
Did we hear boom go off behind us yet?
And the explosion that I might hits, and you see other parts of the power like powered down. And he's like, "It'll have to do. It is time, my children." And right as you look up, you can see there's other sky ships beginning to appear.
Oh, what?
Different Vasselheim and other forces have begun to arrive just as the red moon glows above. You watch as every Ruidus-born in the chamber stands tall, including Imogen, as red energy filters out into the center of the spire. It's being drawn in and glowing, just all of these living batteries all pouring into the center device as it begins to rise and crackle before.
Oh, cool!
Hey, I had one of those on my helm.
Begins to gather and form. Ludinus glances up. "Let us destroy what will unmake them." And you watch as this incredible thick beam of red energy fires up into the sky. It lights up and sends every cloud scattering out of visible sight, up into the air, up towards the red moon of Ruidus. You watch as all the sky ships that were just about landing kind of begin to crumble with the force blown away from whatever fires up into the darkness. In that moment, Ludinus, kind of still holding his other arm into the machine, smiles, his eyes wide. 1,000 years. You couldn't stop me. You couldn't. Some of the machines kind of spark a bit. He's like, he looks a bit nervously. Kind of swallows deeply. It's too late. It's too late. It's too late. The red begins to glow brighter and brighter. You watch as all of the tethered Nexus energy, all the converging power of the ley lines begins to spark and grow lighter and lighter. Magical energy begins to flow out in all directions. The sky goes from pitch black to a deep red to a multicolor explosion of magical arcane energy into white. A familiar white. As the high-pitched whine subsides, and your vision comes back to you, images racing in your head of what happened. It is confusion. It is a pain, a fog, a fugue. Laudna, you kind of glance around as your vision comes to, and you see yourself kind of sitting on the edge of a rocky cliff almost. The smell that hits your nostrils is kind of sulfurous and acrid, acidic almost. It's hard to describe. You're unfamiliar with it. And you kind of look around you, and there are these pools of strange colored liquid under the shadow of night. Only the things in your close proximity you can make out with your predilection to experience the dark. But you're in an unfamiliar landscape. It seems terrestrial. You look to your left and you see Ashton kind of half draped over this outcropping. You kind of come to consciousness a bit and shake your head and look over and see Laudna, and you both kind of see this kind of almost like chasm space below you. And you can see these little bits of natural geysers, kind of like poofing, steamy water.
Ashton. But we won, but we did it. What the...
Where are we?
Where is everybody?
You glance kind of upward, and you see about 10 feet up, slowly sitting upward, Orem. Orem, you like almost fall off the edge of this cliff as you kind of catch yourself and look down, and you see some rocks tumble, and you can see Ashton and Laudna both kind of separate below you, about 10, 15 feet.
Orem.
You glance around and don't see anybody else around you, but as you look up and you scan the horizon, in some distance you see, just above the cloud line, the red moon Ruidus standing, and a singular solid red beam that just vanishes below some sort of far-off mountain line.
Why?
FCG.
Oh.
You hit something kind of soft. And you kind of look around, and it's the kind of just faintly dawn light cresting over some direction. You kind of gain your bearings, and you look around you, and you kind of reach your arms in this kind of like crowded dust or sand, but it's white. It's like fine crystal, like a snow. You kind of like reach around and pull yourself up, but your wheel kind of scoots a little bit in this weird crystal, desert landscape. To the south, you can almost see like this heavy snow-covered forest that seems to just spread out. And in kind of a northern direction, you see what looks to be an ocean.
Where are you?
You also, with a high enough perception check, glance down and you see, kind of slowly digging their way out of the snow, Fern.
Oh, but wait, she was Rudis-born.
Chetney, you hear them call out just as you're kind of figuring out your bearings, and Imogen, as you kind of feel your vision return, begin to hear these shouts as well, as you both begin to climb opposite sides of this dune to meet up with the other two, FCG and Fern.
Where's Orem?
I don't know.
Where's Laudna?
As you glance around the horizon, you know where you are. You're in the middle of the Crystal Sands tundra.
What is that?
And from where you stand, to the east, you see the Flakhet Mountains.
What is that?
Where your hometown of Uthadern resides. And that's where we're going to finish tonight's episode.
Yeah!
But where are we? Where are we?
Who the fuck knows?
You split the party.
Yeah.
Holy shit, Matt.